Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who has done you wrong." But there's more to this quote than meets the eye. So stay tuned, because in today's episode we're gonna be breaking it down. Welcome back to the channel. This is the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Marcus Aurelius was a philosopher king. He was born in 121 AD and died in 180 AD, and he ruled over Rome during its Pax Romana, which was a period of peace and prosperity for the empire. He also wrote one of the most popular books ever written, Meditations, which wasn't actually meant to be published, but was discovered after his death, and has survived to the present day because of its timeless wisdom. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been wronged by someone? You know, when someone does something that hurts you or your business, it can really leave a bad taste in your mouth, and it might even make you want to seek revenge. But here's the thing, revenge doesn't always work out the way you want it to. It can end up making you feel worse about yourself, and it can even come back to haunt you. That's why Marcus Aurelius said that the best revenge is being unlike the person who did you wrong. When you rise above someone's actions and don't stoop to their level, that's when you win. I want you to take some time and really think about that. What does it mean to be unlike someone who has done you wrong? Well, for starters, it means not letting what they did to you affect you. It means not carrying around a grudge or letting it consume you. Instead, you should focus on your own growth and development and try to become the best version of yourself possible. Let me share with you a few ways you can do that. 1. Let it go. This is easier said than done, I know, but it's important to remember that everyone makes mistakes. We're all human and we're all fallible. The person who wronged you probably didn't mean to hurt you. They were just acting in their own self-interest, and they thought they were doing what was best for them. But that doesn't make it okay. What it does mean is that you shouldn't hold on to the anger or resentment. Let it go and move on. No. 2. Focus on the positive. This is another tough one, especially when you're feeling down. But it's important to remember that there are still good things in your life. You just have to focus on them. Make a list of all the things you're grateful for and read it every day. This will help you shift your mindset from a negative to a positive one. And that's where the real power lies. 3. Be kind. This is probably the hardest thing you can do, but it's also the most powerful. When you're wronged, it's easy to let anger and resentment take over. But if you can rise above that and be kind to the person who wronged you, that's when you'll truly win. It doesn't mean you have to forgive them, but you should at least be civil. After all, kindness is a virtue, and it's never a bad thing. 4. Set boundaries. One of the most important things you can do after you've been wronged is set boundaries. You need to make it clear to the person who did you wrong that you won't tolerate their behavior. Let them know that you're willing to forgive them, but they need to change their behavior if they want to continue being a part of your life. This might be hard at first, but it's important to remember that you deserve to be treated with respect. Don't let anyone forget that. 5. Walk away. Sometimes the best thing you can do is walk away from the situation entirely. This might be hard, especially if you're invested in the relationship or business, but it might be necessary. If the person who wronged you doesn't apologize or make amends, it's probably best to cut ties and move on. This can be especially true in relationships. If someone has betrayed your trust, it can be difficult to move past that. In this case, it's probably best to walk away and find someone new. 6. Forgive. This is probably the hardest thing you can do, but it's also the most powerful. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to let anger and resentment take over. But if you can forgive the person who did you wrong, that's when you truly win. It doesn't mean that you have to forget what they did or condone their behavior. It just means that you need to release the negative emotions you're holding onto. You need to realize that we all make mistakes, and sometimes people even do bad things without meaning to. It's not always intentional. By forgiving, you're not excusing their behavior. You're simply choosing to move on and focus on the positive. 7. Respond, not react. Being able to respond instead of react is an important skill. It allows you to take control of the situation and not let your emotions get the better of you. It also gives you the opportunity to be more thoughtful and considerate in your response. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to react in a heated moment. You might say or do things that you later regret. By taking a step back and responding thoughtfully, you can avoid making matters worse. It also shows that you're mature and level-headed. It can diffuse the situation and allow for a more productive conversation. Ultimately, responding rather than reacting is the best way to handle any situation. It allows you to stand up for yourself while maintaining your dignity. 8. Do good. This is probably the most powerful thing you can do. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to let anger and resentment take over. But if you can choose to do good, that's when you truly win. This could involve volunteering your time, donating to a charity, or simply being kind to others. Whatever you do, make sure it's something that makes you feel good. By doing good, you're not only helping others, but you're also lifting yourself up. You're showing that you're capable of great things, and that you're not going to let someone else's behavior bring you down. It's a powerful way to take back control and make a positive impact on the world. 9. Live well. This is probably the most important thing you can do. When someone wrongs you, it's easy to let anger and resentment take over. But if you can rise above it and live well, that's when you truly win. This means living according to your values, being honest and treating others with respect. It also means being resilient and bouncing back from adversity. When you live well, you show the world that you're not going to be defined by someone else's behavior. You're in control of your own destiny, and you're not going to let anyone else dictate how you live your life. So remember, the next time someone wrongs you, don't stoop to their level. Rise above it and be the bigger person. That's when you'll truly win. Now, I'm curious to hear from you. How do you handle it when someone wrongs you? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Marcus Aurelius' statement, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy," is a profound Stoic teaching about emotional mastery, moral strength, and the refusal to be shaped by the negativity of others. In a world filled with injustice, betrayal, and cruelty, Marcus reminds us that true greatness lies not in retaliation, but in maintaining one's integrity and inner peace. For Marcus, revenge is a trap, a seductive impulse that draws us into the very darkness we wish to condemn. When someone wrongs us, we naturally feel anger, a desire to strike back. But according to Stoic wisdom, responding with the same behavior only diminishes our character. We become reactive, vengeful, and unfree, defined not by our values, but by someone else's flaws. In essence, we become the very thing we despise. Instead, Marcus urges us to take the higher path, to remain virtuous in the face of wrongdoing. The true measure of a person, he believed, is not how they behave when life is easy, but how they respond to injustice. Choosing not to retaliate doesn't mean weakness, it means strength, because it requires self-control, wisdom, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. Stoicism teaches that our dignity lies in our ability to choose our response, not to be ruled by emotion. This principle is also about freedom and self-respect. If you allow someone else's actions to dictate your behavior, you hand over your power. But if you stay rooted in your principles, justice, patience, compassion, you remain free. The best revenge, then, is to live well, with honor and peace of mind. It is to show, by your life, that the actions of others cannot corrupt your soul. Marcus Aurelius lived this truth personally. As emperor, he had the power to punish and destroy those who wronged him. Yet he consistently chose restraint. He understood that revenge brings momentary satisfaction, but virtue brings lasting peace. Choosing not to retaliate doesn't mean weakness, it means strength, because it requires self-control, wisdom, and a deep understanding of what truly matters. Stoicism teaches that our dignity lies in our ability to choose our response, not to be ruled by emotion.